Would you please stand for the national anthem? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening. Mr. Jervey, members of the school committee, Dr. Troughton, faculty, staff, guests, parents, relatives, friends, and most of all, members of the class of 1999. Welcome to the last graduation exercises of this century at North Reading High School. To the class of 1999, a new century awaits you. You are about to embark on a journey into a new frontier. You are pioneers of the 21st century. As you cross the portals of time into a brave new world, you will face many challenges and changes in your lives. Traditions of old will be replaced by traditions of the future. As you begin your new journey into the unknown, please take with you these thoughts. Never forget to be tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with those who are struggling, tolerant of those who are different and of those who are weak. For at some time in your life, remember, you probably will have done all these. I wish to each and every one of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of family and friends. Whatever course your future takes, it is my sincere hope that you will look back on your years at North Reading High School as having prepared you to meet and cope with the challenges and changes that life will present to you. May the future be yours. And as a 21st century prophet once said, live long and prosper, class of 1999. The charge to the graduates this evening will be presented by Dr. David S. Troughton, Superintendent of Schools.
What a glorious evening for graduation. It's my pleasure to welcome parents, families, staff members, and friends to the 1999 graduation exercises at North Reading High School. It is an honor and a privilege as Superintendent of Schools in North Reading to present the charge to the graduates of the class of 1999. On behalf of the staff and the school committee of the North Reading Public Schools, I extend to each of you, the members of the class, my personal congratulations and best wishes. All of us, your parents, your teachers, your relatives, your counselors, coaches, advisors, and friends are gathered here this evening to wish you well. We are certainly proud of your fine accomplishments. As individual students and as a class, you have distinguished yourselves in academics, athletics, the arts, and extracurricular activities. Your stellar achievements, your leadership, and your service are to be commended. You are a credit to your school and to your parents and to this community. The summary of your successes, however, cannot be measured by a single test. You are, however, ready to spread your wings and fly. The class of 1999 will hold a special place in the roster of graduation classes. You, the graduates of 1999, are the class of the century, and indeed the millennium. Despite the approach that the purists may take toward the exact date of the next millennium, you will be remembered as the final class of a decade, of the century, and of the millennium. Somehow, I believe there's a familiar ring to the class of 1999 that will not be repeated for 100 years. Consider the future. In 10 years, we will address the class of '09, and in 20 years, the class of '19. Somehow, the sound of 99 has more appeal. In addition, you will be the last class to be Y2K compliant. Our technology advisors tell me that we will not lose the records of your achievements in the coming year. Each year, as I approach the task of composing the charge to the graduates, I do so with much anticipation, energy, and dedication. I scan my file of great ideas for newsworthy events, world-famous contributions, and bits of wisdom and humor that I've acquired from various people, clipped from the newspapers, or extracted from books that I've read throughout the year. I purchase the latest copy of Chicken Soup for the Soul. I reread excerpts from the Bible for inspiration. I seek literary quotes from my anthologies of American literature and poetry, and I select potential themes from the Book of Virtues, and thumb through my collection of Garfield, Dilbert, and Far Side cartoons for humor. All of this is done in an effort to produce the traditional charge to the graduates, a speech that should be delivered with impact in 3 to 5 minutes and make an inspirational point and be easily printable in the newspaper. The end of the 20th century affords me with a special opportunity to reflect on the accomplishments of the last 100 years, and more importantly, project what we've learned from those experiences onto our hopes, our dreams, and our vision for the future. After all, commencement is the beginning, not the end. It is fitting then that the charge to graduates for the class of 1999 should focus upon a significant event of the past century. The recent issue of National Geographic planted the seed of inspiration for my charge to the graduates. No, this is not a speech about a spotted salamander on some deserted island or ancient carvings discovered in a bat-infested cave. This is a message about vision, about imagination, and commitment. There in the National Geographic, pictured against a constellation of stars, on the cover page of the article entitled "John Glenn, Man with Mission," is the septuagenarian Glenn. Donned in a brilliant orange spacesuit with helmet in hand, John Glenn, former astronaut and U.S. Senator, contemplates his return to space. While for some, this image might be mistaken for an advertisement for Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, for me, the photograph evokes a strong sense of past as well as a vision for the future. Glenn's image captures the essence of the 20th century and our quest for new exploration and frontiers. Perhaps no other effort has so marked the 20th century than the goal to build and fly machines. From the single first flight on the beach at Kitty Hawk to Armstrong's first step on the moon, The urge to escape the boundaries of gravity and terra firma have long sparked the imagination of humans. Even the mythological Icarus was overpowered with a sense of freedom that came from his winged escape from the island of Crete. Unfortunately, Icarus ignored the warnings of his father, Daedalus, and plunged to the ocean when the warmth of the sun melted the wax of his wings. The opening of the 20th century was marked with efforts to build and fly a powered, heavier-than-air craft. And despite a decade of failed attempts, the Wright brothers, Wilbur and Orville, were the first to accomplish this feat in December 17, 1903. After many months of tinkering and experimentation in the Wrights' bicycle shop, Orville Wright recorded the first sustained flight of a powered, heavier-than-air biplane across the beach at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The flight lasted all of 12 seconds and covered 112 feet. Two more flights were accomplished that day, the longest of which was 59 seconds, 852 feet. Orville and Wilbur Wright were inventors as well as dreamers. They combined their fundamental knowledge of mechanics and aviation with a keen desire to accomplish a goal. The Wright brothers continued to improve upon their Wright machine, and in 1905 completed a circular flight of some 24 miles. Eventually, the Wrights earned a patent for their flying machine. The age of flight was born. The inspiration, the dedication, and commitment to expand upon the flying machine expanded many aviation pioneers to set new goals. Within 25 years of the first flight at Kitty Hawk, Charles Lindbergh completed the first solo, nonstop transatlantic flight. The 25-year-old Lindbergh departed in his spirit of St. Louis from Roosevelt Field in New York on May 20th, 1927, and landed to the jubilant cheers of a crowd 33 1/3 hours later in Paris to complete a journey of 3,610 miles. Lindbergh, the former aviation daredevil, barnstormer, and parachute jumper, became a worldwide celebrity. The desire to accomplish new goals and records was not the exclusive domain of men. 5 years after Lindbergh's triumphant flight, Amelia Earhart became, in 1932, the first woman to complete a solo transatlantic flight. She was also the first to fly solo from Hawaii to California and to fly nonstop from Mexico City to Newark, New Jersey. Earhart's quest to complete a round-the-world trip in 1937 ended tragically in disaster and mystery somewhere over the Pacific. The goal to fly at higher altitudes and increasing speeds led to the ultimate drive to escape the Earth's gravity. Spurred by the launch of the Russian satellite Sputnik, Alan Shepard in May 1961 became the first American to be launched into space. His brief 15-minute suborbital trip at an altitude of 115 miles followed the launch of the Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin by only 23 days. The race for space was born. And less than a year later, on February 1962, John Glenn became the first American to complete an orbit of the Earth. Glenn became an instant hero. This past October, some 37 years later, Glenn, now 77, became the oldest American to travel in space aboard the shuttle Discovery. President Kennedy's vision that American would be the first to land on the moon before the end of the 60s propelled an unprecedented national goal to improve math, science, and technology education. Kennedy's vision was realized on that historic day, July 20th, 1969, when Neil Armstrong descended from the lunar module, the Eagle, onto the Sea of Tranquility to become the first human to step on the surface of the moon. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. The desire to build an even better flying machine, one that could return from space, led to the launch of the Space Shuttle program in the early 80s. In 1983, physicist and astronaut Sally Ride became the first American woman in space aboard the shuttle Columbia. The dreams of the shuttle program were shattered, however, on January of 1986, when the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded some 73 seconds after liftoff, killing all aboard. Among the crew of the Challenger was schoolteacher Krista McAuliffe, the first private citizen in space. No one can forget the haunting images of McAuliffe's smiling face as she boarded the shuttle, followed shortly after with the views of a fiery explosion. The legacy, however, of McAuliffe's enthusiasm and dedication to teaching children lives on in programs like Reach for the Stars. From the Wright brothers to John Glenn, and from the Spirit of St. Louis to the Challenger, the 20th century has been marked with a strong sense of vision, imagination, and commitment. For the class of 1999, your mission is accomplished here at North Reading High School. You are poised to be launched into new frontiers. My charge to you, the members of the class of 1999, is that you maintain that sense of vision, imagination, and commitment that is embodied in the likes of the pioneers of flying and of space travel. As Carl Sagan, the noted astronomer, philosopher, and scientist stated, imagination will often carry us to worlds that never were, but without it, we go nowhere. Just as the astronauts aboard Apollo 11 look back upon the view of their home on the planet Earth from the vantage of the moon, my hope is that each of you will look back upon your time here at North Reading High School with a sense of exhilaration and confidence of the clear knowledge that you were well prepared for the future century and the millennium. Thank you, and God bless.
Good evening, members of the school committee, Dr. Troughton, Dr. Papagiotis, Mr. Pesci, faculty, family, friends, and the class of 1999. There is a moment each day, right about now, in fact, where the sun begins its descent toward the horizon. A moment when we must reluctantly let go of the daylight and still wait with anticipation for the advent of the evening. Today, the sun sets on our 4 years at North Reading High School. We face a beginning. For although these commencement exercises celebrate the end of high school, the word commencement literally means a beginning. And so we face the future with uncertainty and perhaps a twinge of fear, much as we faced all of life's other beginnings, like the day we waited with excitement and apprehension for the big yellow school bus to haul us off to kindergarten. We made it through that change, and we'll make it through this one as well. It simply takes faith, a faith in beginnings, a faith that the future will turn out okay. But enough discussion about tomorrow, for it will come soon enough. Today, we celebrate the past. Since I was faced with the task of writing this speech, I've been thinking about what I wanted to say, what I wanted to express to the class of 1999. I thought about the usual graduation speech cliches, words such as success, dreams, hopes, achievement, and other favorites. But I wasn't happy. I wanted something more. So I asked all the people who were close to me for advice on what I should say. I got the same answer every time. Me. Talk about me in your graduation speech. Obviously, they were just kidding, most of them anyway, but it got me thinking. When the word graduation is mentioned, we think of diplomas, caps, gowns, speeches, long, boring speeches, and all kinds of pomp and circumstance. But these are just symbols, and graduation is not about symbols. It's a celebration of people. It's about us and all the people who've made it possible for us to be here today. I begin with our teachers. Armed with only detention slips and their own knowledge, they were asked to educate us. Whether we like to think so or not, they accepted this challenge because they care about us. Some may argue that they do it because it's their job and they get paid for it, but I beg to differ. They don't get paid to stay after school until 3 and give us extra help when we don't understand something, but they do. It's not in their contract to chat with us about their lives and ask us about our lives as friends would, but they do. And they certainly didn't get a bonus to come tonight and watch us pass through one of life's greatest events, but they're here. They're here because they care. There is a quote which graces the plaque on our courtyard that describes Dr. William Butler as a friend to both students and learning. This quote sums up Dr. Butler's many years at the high school quite well, but it also holds true for our faculty. But seeing that you guys have already passed in the grades, I think my little tribute to teachers is just about over. And who said that teachers are the only ones who can teach? My friends teach me something new every day. We sit here today beside our peers, our equals, our friends. Friends went with us to the house parties and to the sporting events. Friends talked with us in class when some person at the front of the room was trying to teach, and shared their homework with us first period so we could check our answers. And our friends drove around North Reading with us on those endless Friday and Saturday nights when there was nothing to do. A nothing that I will cherish every day of this last summer. A nothing that I will miss in the years to come. Now, although our journey is far from over, life's road has split, and we all must take separate paths. Luckily, our friends have paved the road thus far with memories. Literally, actually, if you look at the gym side driveway. I've met some of the most talented and intelligent individuals during my 4 years at this high school, and I feel fortunate to be able to call these people my friends and my classmates. Which brings me to those who combine the role of teacher and friend, our parents. At the risk of turning this speech into a cheesy Hallmark card, I would now like to say a few words about the people who have given us life in every sense of the word. Our parents, along with the rest of our families, sit in the bleachers today, cameras in hand and tears in their eyes, feeling very proud of us. But I tell you, it is we who should feel proud of them. For these diplomas are an indication that our parents have succeeded at the difficult task of raising children. Their victory, though, is bittersweet. For now, they must let us go into the real world so that we may achieve our own success stories. So thanks, Mom, Dad, and Andy. I love you guys, and congratulations on my graduation. Before I go, don't worry, it's almost over. I'd like to talk a little about our class. In a few moments, we'll walk up to the podium, grab our diplomas, and sit back down. And you may ask yourself, as I certainly will, what's this thing good for? What does it mean? Well, it depends. The diploma itself is a poor measure of how educated we are. Our SAT scores do not predict our success in life, and our report cards do not indicate our potential. Rather, it is the desire to learn which we take with us from high school, and what we do with this desire after high school that really tells us something about who we are. A wise old chemistry teacher once said, "There are two types of graduates, the kind who learn to graduate and the kind who learn to learn." 20 years from now, most of us will probably forget the quadratic formula and all of Strunk and White's grammar rules. But if our desire to continue learning is strong, whether it be on the job or at a university, then we have succeeded in our mission. One last point. By the time you hear this speech, it will be in its 4th or 5th draft. It has been revised, reworked, and rewritten numerous times so that I could change the parts that I didn't like. Our lives, unfortunately, are not the same. Life is only one draft. This summer, whether you're hanging out at Christopher's, working at your job, or just sitting in your backyard with nothing to do, just remember Dave Matthews' advice. Don't burn the day away. You get only one shot at life, so if there's anything you want to do or say, don't let the opportunity to do so slip through your hands. As today melts into tonight, and our past makes way for our future, think not of the darkness tonight will bring. Rather, think about the light of the brand new day we will all share tomorrow. Good luck to everyone, and thank you.
Good evening. Well, congratulations. We finally made it through 4 years of tough work. Throughout these 4 years, we have accomplished many goals, set others, and failed at some along the way. We have felt many emotions: joy, stress, anxiety, relaxation, fear, sadness, yes, and many more. We hold many memories of high school, both good and bad. But as a class, what we do not possess is a sense of togetherness. We have a wonderful class with many unique individuals, but unfortunately, many have kept to their own groups and did not branch out and take the initiative to meet others. My advice to all of us as a class is to be more open-minded and accepting of others. I have learned that you can meet some great friends as well as some very interesting people as long as you are willing to give them a chance. Wherever we are headed, whether it be to the workforce or to college, I say be open to others, for they can make you wiser and help you to learn more about yourself. Second, we as a class need to individually take a good, long look at ourselves in the mirror. We need to figure out what we like and don't like about ourselves. Once this is done, we should set goals and go after them. Like all pioneers, we should set out into new territories, armed with full strength to face challenges head-on. That said, I wish to leave the class of 1999 with some friendly advice. Have confidence by believing in yourself and by reaching for your dreams. Have courage, which you need, to face what may lie in your future. Have acceptance, which helps you to get along. And as the Sunscreen song says, sometimes you are ahead, sometimes you are behind. But in the end, the race is long, and it is only with yourself. Have faith in everything you do. Hope, for it sustains you, and love, for it endures all. Have compassion for others as well as for yourself. Yes, accept failure, for you can only become stronger and learn from your mistakes. Make a difference and be remembered for something good. Have friends, and when it comes to friends, remember, it's quality, not quantity, that counts. Find wisdom, which is something only passing years can bring. Seek success, which is something you alone have to find. Last, but most important, seek happiness. As the poet Wally wrote, the path that leads you there is one that only you can discover. Recently, my mom gave me a card for my birthday that I would like to share with you. The words are by Renee Duval. Dream, and as you dream, remember that you can make your dreams come true. Reach, and as you reach, remember that success takes time, devotion, and sometimes a little disappointment. Believe, and as you believe, remember, you will find reaching gets easier, setbacks get more manageable, and life becomes more meaningful. There's a wonderful dream waiting just for you. I know you can make it come true. My sister Jacqueline once said to me that a dreamer will only be disappointed, but a dreamer who believes will have truly found success. Believe in yourself. It will surprise you. Graduates, we have just completed an important part of our lives, and we are now about to enter a new and exciting time. We are no longer kids in need of being guided through every step. It's time for us to leave the nest, spread our wings, and fly. As the last class of the century and the last class of the millennium, we, the class of 1999, hold the future within our grasp. The tools have been given to us. Now it is our time to put them to good use. In conclusion, I would like to thank those teachers and staff who have believed in me, my friends who are the greatest, my family, Mom and Dad. You gave me the world and allowed me to be whatever I wish to become. My sister, most of all, who was always there for me, and truly the wind beneath my wings. I will miss everyone, especially the class of 1999. Good luck and congratulations. We finally made it this far. Keep on reaching for the stars. Thank you.
Good evening. When we were younger, it seemed like our time together would never end. But here we are, graduating from high school. Now we will be saying goodbye to our school, our families, and our friends. The end of the century will be the end to our beginning. With the advent of the new millennium, we will begin our new lives. We must use the knowledge that we have acquired to take on new responsibilities and to face new challenges. The future of the country, of the world, will depend on our generation. I just have a few words that I would like to say to the class of 1999. First of all, the future is open to you. Everyone has his or her own talent or specialty. Everyone here has the power to achieve his or her dreams. If you want something, go for it. Strive to reach your dreams. Second, please enjoy your time, for it certainly does fly. We are witnesses to its speed today. Last and most important, remember and thank those who help you along the way. Graduation is not only a time to reflect on all of the events we have shared as a class, but it is a time to remember and to thank those people who have supported us these last 4 years. If we look around us, we see those people who have played important roles in our lives. None of us would be where we are or who we are today without the help of our families, our teachers and coaches, or our classmates, our friends. Our families have given us the love and support that we have needed to succeed. They are the ones who have cheered us on and encouraged us to do our best. They have taught us the values that we will carry with us in the future. Our teachers have given us knowledge, not only that which is acquired from books, but that which will aid us in all aspects of life. Along with our coaches, they have pushed us to strive to reach our goals. Our friends are the ones who have given us the memories. They have made us smile, made us laugh, listened to our problems, comforted us, and given us confidence. Most of us have not only been together through high school, but have grown up with each other. We have known each other since elementary school, or even since we were babies. It is going to be hard to say goodbye to those people whom day after day we have gone to class with, studied with, practiced with after school, and hung out with on weekends. Although we will be leaving our friends, we will not really be saying goodbye, for we will be taking a part of them with us in our hearts. Our lives will be changing. Next year, we will all be in different places. Some of us are staying nearby. Others are moving across the country. We will set out on different paths, but I hope we can all take something from our high school experience, whether it be a teacher's lesson, a parent's advice, or a classmate's message, and carry it with us down that path, using it to guide our way through the future. Our lives have been enriched, and our hearts and minds have been strengthened by those who have been close to us. This strength will be with us for the rest of our lives. In closing, I would just like to thank my teachers and coaches, my family, and my friends, my classmates, for making these last 4 years of my life about the best that I could ask for. I would like to wish all of my classmates luck with whatever you do next year and in the years to come. Thank you.
At this time, I'll announce the scholarship and award recipients. I would ask you to please stand and be recognized, and please hold your applause until all the students have been recognized. The James R. and Barbara E. Aylward Memorial Scholarship, Sarah Kennedy. The Nedio E. Barrasso and Mary Barrasso Memorial Scholarships, Catherine Tone, Jonathan Favreau. The Joseph Gavin Keep the Faith Scholarship, Catherine O'Neill. Stephen Gregory Scholarship, Spencer Dalby. James Gregory Hannon Scholarship, Stephanie Baker. Edith F. Holt Memorial Scholarship, Brandon Schrenker. E. Ethel Little School Scholarships, Patrick Martin, Kimberly Russell. Hunt Memorial Scholarship, William Moss. Frank W. Kenrick Memorial, Jonathan Robbins. Nicholas J. Morano Memorial Scholarship, Emily Whittier. Nicholas Martino Memorial Scholarships, Amanda Skinner, Andrew Kieran. Walter Miller Scholarship, Nicholas Murphy. Michael J. Mitten Memorial Scholarship, Lisa DeRocher. Mount Carmel Order of Eastern Star Scholarship, Ryan Masler. Moynihan Lumber Scholarship, Julie Weatherby. North Reading Business Association Scholarship, Amanda Skinner. North Reading Community YMCA Scholarship, Christine Crotty. North Reading Education Association Scholarship, Joshua Porter. North Reading Golden Age Scholarship, Nicole Rousseau. Doris M. Lyon Scholarship, North Reading Golden Age, Danielle Perkins. Madeline Ulrich Scholarship, North Reading Golden Age, Sarah Grossman. North Reading Little League Scholarship, Joseph Dottoli. North Reading League of Women Voters Scholarship, Michael Hawks. North Reading Masonic Lodge Scholarship, Susan Chesley. North Reading Music Booster Scholarships, Stephanie Baker, Joseph Gerakinis. North Reading Rotary Club Scholarship, Amy Gusso. North Reading Youth Basketball Scholarships, Christine Crotty, Nicholas Murphy. North Reading Youth Soccer Scholarships, Peter Giannoni, Catherine O'Neill, Caitlin Kerrigan. North Reading Youth Softball Scholarships, Lisa DeRocher, Amanda Skinner. Edward Sapienza Scholarship, Joseph Dottoli. Bonnie Symes Memorial Scholarship, Caitlin Carter. James Skinner Memorial Scholarship, Catherine O'Neill. Richard K. Smith Memorial Scholarship, Melody Smith. And the West Women's Village Scholarship, Kim Russell. The following class of 99 individuals, Citizen Scholarship Foundation Awards, the Endowment and General Fund Awards from CSF. Please stand and be recognized. Joshua Porter, Catherine Tone, Stephanie Baker, Lisa DeRocher, Nicole Russo, Caitlin Kerrigan, Catherine O'Neill, Danielle Perkins, Brandon Schrenker, Amy Gusso, Stephen Pink, Jennifer Montanaro, Jonathan Magazoo, Julie Weatherby, Leah McKeon, Ryan Masler, Rose Chaffee, Sarah Kennedy, Julie Taberry, Michael Bain, Patrick Martin, Sean McDevitt, Kelly Welch, and John Wisbowski. This time, we have the conferring of the diplomas. Mr. Stephen Jervey, Chairperson of the North Reading School Committee, Mr. Robert E. Pesci, Assistant Principal.
Graduating this evening in absentia is Gregory Mason, who's participating in a national track meet today. Nicole Zimmerman. Catherine Lee O'Neill. Danielle Perkins. Kimberly Russell. Sean McDevitt. Catherine Tone. Julie Weatherby. Jonathan Favreau. Michael Hawks. Nicole Russo. Richard Flanders. Kristen Dean. David Doucette. Marianne Brown. Michael Canavan. Kimberly Mallett. Keith Jenkins. Rebecca Grader. Kevin Butler. Julie Taberry. Brandon Schrenker. Amy Gusso. Kirk Butler. Janessa Tai. Joseph Dottoli. Emily Whittier. Konstantinos Pensopoulos. Nicole Marie Sioni. Justin Sloan. Lisa Steed. Eric Stedman. Krista Dottolo. William Wadden. Janelle DeSanto. Michael Callahan. Leah McKean. Matthew Menninger. Kristen Lopes. Zachary Collins. Elissa McElhaney. Adam Duran. Amanda Rachel Skinner. Christopher Greer. Rihanna Lee Shampoo. Andrew Karen. Rachel Elliott. Evan McKinney. Lauren Ann Gibson. Keith Butler. Jessica Jensen. Matthew Fagner. Melody Ann Smith. Jonathan Dion Fruit. Jessica Snyder. Spencer Dalby. Caitlin Ann Carter. Joshua Porter. Christine Marie Crotty. Michael Strobe. Danielle Covert. James Heffernan. Teresa Tellini. Thomas Palladino. Sarah Wallner. Jason Wallace. Kelly Welch. James Bonfanti. Kristen Robluski. Sean Fitzgerald. Marin Daly. Peter Giannoni. Sarah Kennedy. Timothy Maestas. Sarah Grossman. Gregory Califatis. Stephanie Baker. Robert Page. Rose Chaffee. Jonathan Robbins. Caitlin Kerrigan. Sean Sandiford. Susan Chesley. Patrick Martin. Jennifer Lane Montanaro. Ryan Maslar. Lisa DeRoches. Michael Peters. Kerry Ann Redmond. Richard Brust. Kelly Lambert. Scott Conrad. Jenna Stone. William Moss. Kenneth Willie. Jonathan Edward Magazoo. Nicholas Murphy. Tim Palladino. Robert Varico, Jr. Jonathan Hios. Benjamin Poirier. Adam Chase. Joseph Jerakinis.
Are you ready, class of 1999? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the class of 1999.
Good evening. My fellow class officers and I would first like to thank the teachers for all they have done. As educators, you set out to make us lifelong learners, and we would like to let you know that you have truly succeeded. We are truly ready. To the class of 1999, the last class of the millennium, we would like to say congratulations and good luck. The last 4 years have been wonderful. Please take with you the memories and friendships you have made here at North Reading High School. I would also like to take a moment to thank the people standing beside me and our advisor, Mr. Ruggieri. The work of class officers was not always easy, but together we made it happen, and it was definitely a rewarding experience. Lastly, I would like to call up Dr. Papagiotis. We would like to present to her with the money to purchase a welcome mat for the main entrance of North Reading High School.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jason!